everybody. Happy Friday, and welcome to another outstanding episode of The Breaks. I'm your Friday host, VJ Vernon Husky, coming to you from Los Angeles, California, and Infanity TV. We got a dope show for you guys lined up today. We'll talk some boxing, we'll talk some college football, and NIL, and Mr. Snitch Saban and Breaks University. And in Fast Breaks this week, I didn't give it to you last week, give it to you this week, my Power 5 NBA team. So sit back, relax. We'll be right back, man. Get ready for another Friday episode of The Breaks.
These
are the breaks.
These are the breaks. You know what it is.
Once again, what's going on, everybody, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to your Friday episode of The Breaks. Once again, I'm your host, VJ Vernon Husky, the Big Vanilla, funny the Big Vanilla, Poppy. And let's get right into it. I'm emotional today, guys. I'm going to let y'all know right now. I'm upset. I'm hurt. I'm going to take my glasses off for y'all. This is no stats. This is no numbers. This ain't even sports talk. This is sports guy life talk, okay? Just announced yesterday, Mike Tyson will fight Mr. Jake entitled, privileged, bratty, wannabe Paul in a boxing match on July 20th that is going to stream live on Netflix. Okay. Sidebar, Netflix, hey, I ain't mad at you, bro. Streaming is where it's going, guys. Cable companies are going to be just like taxi cabs. You're not going to see them around anymore. Great job by Netflix. I actually know a young lady that works over there. She's VP of animation at Netflix. I used to work with Sony Animation. So if you had anything to do with that, I ain't going to say your name. She won an Oscar. If you had anything to do with that, congrats, my sister. But, oh my goodness gracious, I'm so sick of this guy. I'm so tired of this guy. This is what's wrong with society and sports. There's a lot that's wrong with it, but for this portion, this is what's wrong with society and sports today. How in the hell can such a man's game, a warrior sport, and women too, Layla Ali, women too, but the ultimate, me versus you versus me, hand to hand, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. We just lost Carl Weathers. R.I.P. to them. We just lost Apollo Creed, Muhammad Ali. We lost him some years ago. You know, you got guys like George Foreman that just finally released his biopic and movie. It's the legends of life. Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, to all my Mexican brothers and sisters out here, Oscar De La Hoya, right? Like, where did we go wrong? That a guy like Jake Paul can fix himself up from YouTube at 17 and Vine and all this other crazy internet, social media influencer. Yeah, you're an influencer. You guys are influencing the wrong damn things to the wrong damn generation. That's what you're influencing. But where the hell did we go wrong that this is actually happening with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul? First of all, I'm not watching this. I promise you I won't watch this. I've not watched any of his fights, except for the Nate Robinson fight, because I didn't know who he was. Bye-bye. Before the Nate Robinson fight, I had no idea who Jake Paul was. I know who Nate Robinson is, dunk champion, little guy guard from University of Washington in the NBA, had some good moments in the NBA. Well, I know who Nate Washington was, so that's why I watched it. And I'm thinking, hey, who's this clown, man? Who's this dude right here, this boxer? Oh, this Jake Paul. Okay, where's he from? He's a YouTuber. Oh, God, a YouTuber. When I hear that, it's like mushrooms on my pizza. Seriously, it's like, you got pizza? Hey, VJ, what's a pizza? Yeah, I want a slice. What's on it? Pepperoni mushrooms. I was like, VJ, you want to watch the celebrity boxing fight? Yeah, I'll watch it. Who's in it? Nate Robinson and Jake Paul. I guess. I mean, if that's what we're doing, win in Rome. But oh my God, I saw this and I thought it was a joke at first. The helicopter, them landing on top of the building out here in LA, walking face to face. This kid, this punk, like real talk. And I don't like going at people like that. I really don't. But I get tired of seeing, like Cat Williams said when he was on the podcast with Shannon Sharp, we cannot allow liars to rewrite history, especially when it comes to entertainment and sports. We just can't allow that. We disrespect what came before so bad. When you let things like this happen, if you want to create a celebrity boxing promotion or something of that nature, former athletes that want to do it, Gregory, I think the guy's name that was in the NFL, got into some MMA. Even CM Punk left WWE, went and tried his luck at MMA. Brock Lesnar, former UFC heavyweight champion, former football player, former all-everything wrestler, University of Minnesota. He went to the WWE, he went to UFC, went back to WWE. You want to create a promotion to do stuff like that for the entertainers or former athletes, fine. Have at that I might watch. I might like watching Steven Jackson from the Up and Smoke tour put gloves on and settle it with the fan from Malice at the Palace. I'd watch that. That's something I can get into. That's something I can feel and I can understand. Maybe him and maybe him and Ben Wallace want to put the gloves on and finish what got started. Meta World people, well, Meta don't fight no more. My bad. Meta don't fight no more. So we'll keep it with Steven Jack. But I'd watch that. This crap right here, and you're taking a name, Mike, brother. This.
Bye-bye.
I tell people all the time, I have one dream interview. I have one dream interview in this business. I'll interview. I want to interview a Charles Woodson, a Coach Prime, a Dan Marino, but they're not my dream interviews. My dream sit down, roll up, lean back, keep it entertaining, ask the tough questions, and just let them go is Mike Tyson. It always has been. Name me another story in the history of sports like Mike Tyson. The man has accumulated $200 million 4-5 times in his life, over and over again. He's gone from rich to broke, from rich to broke, from rich to broke, to now being really, really rich because he's on tour doing things. He's got his cannabis line. I'm pretty sure he's making a hefty penny on this. I'm sure Netflix wrote a check. Netflix got bread. I'm sure they wrote a check for this. But Mike, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? Why are we? Because, listen, at 57, you see the training videos of Mike. He'll kill this kid.
Okay.
Should. That's what pisses me off about it. Mike should annihilate this kid. Have you seen this kid box? The one boxer that he boxed, he's boxed Nate Robinson, Ben Askren, don't know who that is. Tyrone Woodley, 2 times, beat him twice. Tyrone Woodley used to be a UFC guy. In my stand-up comedian world, I've walked into clubs and watched Tyrone Woodley attempt to try to be, I thought he wanted to be a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
Now, that him I go, and I thought you wanted to be a stand-up comedian, bro, and you took a dive with this chump. Anderson Silva, that was like 70 years old. Nate Diaz, Nate can't even see straight or walk. And then the 2 boxers, Andre August, who's not even an active boxer, and Ryan Borland, who's not even an active boxer. The one active boxer he fought in Tommy Fury, he got beat by. The kid is not a fighter. Mike, what are we doing? I'm passionately asking you, we're killing sports. Don't do this, man. Back out. Don't do this. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. Mike should kill this kid. You seen those videos? It's in Mike. That side to side, the punch, the side, skip, dodge. That's still in him. Bro, you're not ready for that. But is that what we're going to get is my problem with this. If Mike doesn't knock this kid out, I'm going to cry. I'm going to be hurt. My dream interview just went down the toilet just like that. I would lose respect for Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson does not annihilate this kid. Seriously. But what are we doing, people? We got to clean this up. This is crazy. You got a G League winning the dunk contest. We're letting people infiltrate pro sports that technically aren't pros. We got to stop that, man. I'm not watching this. I'll see the result. I'll watch the clips, but I'll be damned if I sit and watch this. Mike, please, bro. Like, annihilate this kid. Put this kid away so I don't have to look at him, and a lot of us don't have to look at him anymore. All right, segment 1 of the breaks is down. Now we're moving on to segment 2 when we come back. Hey, I got a head coach I'm going to call out again, and I'm going to fix NIL for all of you, just like I fixed the college football playoff. Y'all got to give me that. Before the NCAA made the rule, I told you what it was going to be. It was damn near 98%. All that and more coming up, your Friday edition of The Breaks.
Hey everyone, I'm Neko Gumike with the LA Sparks, and you are watching Infanity Television.
Profanity Nation.
A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
Shout out Infanity Television. This is Juju Watkins. See y'all.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome back to your Friday edition of The Breaks. All right, so let's move on to Breaks University, and I want to talk about my man, Mr. Snitch Saban, because he's at it again. There was an ESPN article that was just released, because now that's who he's working for. He's going to be on College Game Day, that was talking about how the reasons why he left, the reasons why he retired. He talked about the way his team acted after the loss, throwing helmets. That's not us. Actually, it is you. Your offense and defensive line before the game walked through Michigan's offense and defensive line opposites while they were stretching as they tried to intimidate the offense and defensive lines of Michigan pregame at the Rose Bowl for the college football semifinal with a berth on the line to the national championship game to try to tell the offensive line of Michigan, hey, we don't care that you won the best offensive line 2 out of 3 last year's award. You can't handle us. And the defensive line was the offensive line was showing Michigan's defensive line, you guys aren't going to get to our quarterback the way you've gotten to everybody else's quarterback. And Michigan did that on both sides of the ball, busting their ass all day long. So it is who you are. It is who your kids are. But the thing is, that's okay. That's fine. That's called competition. That's called trying to get in the opponent's head. That's called a little gamesmanship. It's okay, people. Relax. Pull your skirts down and chill. Stop clutching your pearls for every damn thing that happens in sports, good or bad. Now, Mr. Snitch Saban went on to say that now you have to keep recruiting all the time, and now all the kid wants to know is he going to be playing? And if he's going to be playing, how much is he going to be getting? And he's got a problem with that, and it's not the same anymore, and this isn't college football, and yada, 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 yada. When you benefited from the hush-hush quiet game of college football and college sports across the board on the top levels of the $102 handshake, hey, good job there, young man. Hey, nice touchdown runs today, young man. With the handshake that comes with a Benjamin, come with a dead president with it. Or they open up the coat, stuff the little envelope, and hey, Husky, great game today, buddy. Way to get after that quarterback. You're going to be great on the next level. Hey, well, I'll see you next Saturday, young man. You keep going out there killing them now, okay? Yeah, that's what you were benefiting from, because no one can sell me that kids just want to go play for Nick Saban. No one can sell me on kids just want to go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Are you kidding me? Come on, man, get out of here. We know what's going on. The SEC invented the saying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Okay? Listen, we could go back to Cam Newton. Johnny Football said it. His dad told Texas A&M, yo, give us $3 million. My kid will stay for 2 years. That's the way every school's got a bag, man, including you, Snitch Saban. Now you want to sit on TV and you want to do this, man. You want to do these articles. Sir, you are a total hypocrite. You quit. You didn't retire. You quit. Just like you quit on the Dolphins. Bye-bye. You simply quit. Just like you quit on LSU. Just like you quit on Michigan State. You quit. You're not a longevity guy. You had the biggest advantage in college football for the time you were at Alabama, and you took advantage of it. DJ Fluker, a former All-American tackle, went to the Chargers and slipped up. Oh, yeah, Alabama. Oops. Like, you thought he just said that? You thought that was just a joke? No, people. He slipped up. He was tough. Remember the kid from USC out on Hollywood Boulevard to TMC? Who paid the best? USC. And his teammates was like, whoa. Hey, nah, he just played. No, he wasn't playing. He had too much Casamigos tequila. He had one of them bacon wrapped hot dogs in his hand from the hot dog lady at 2 a.m. and was telling the truth. A drunk mind speaks sober thoughts. So you want to go play this game, Mr. Nick Saban? I'll put you right there with Dabo out here crying. Chip Kelly then went backwards. Who goes backwards? Who leaves a head coaching job and then goes to be an offensive coordinator? Quick sidebar. Hey, Chip Kelly, if you thought you had pressure and you didn't want the attention in Westwood, which is about 25 minutes from where I'm sitting right now, then what do you think is going to happen when you go to Columbus? You have the most talented team. You're picked to win it all. They think you have the best. All your players came back except for Marvin Harrison Jr. Everybody's like, nah, we want to run. You're pulling to Michigan. They're pulling to Michigan. We're all coming back. We can all go pro, but nah, let's go back and finish this. You think every time your offense sputters at Ohio State, sir, they're not going to say Ryan Day. Ryan Day's the safest hot seat coach I've ever seen in my life for 1 year. He's the safest because if the offense doesn't produce, if the quarterback position don't get right, if the offensive line doesn't come together, all those stars and all those players you guys have are going to mean nothing. It's going to fall on you because you're the offensive guy and the offensive guru. All right, throw that way to the side. Back to my man, Nick Saban. Stop it, sir. Stop it. You can go talk on TV. I don't care. But don't do this. Don't leave and then go cheat and go tell, and you know what I'm saying. That's like breaking up. That's like breaking up with not being best friends with somebody, and then you go start telling all his secrets that you learned while you were his best friend. Come on, Nick. But he's afraid of NIL, so I said, okay, real fast before we run out of time here, I got a fix for NIL. Y'all ready for this? Buckle up. It's gonna go fast. This is how you fix the NIL that all the coaches are complaining about. You only get one transfer every 3 years. No more jumping around to 3 and 4 damn teams. For your first 3 years, you're only going to be able to play for 2 teams. After that, there's no more transfer. So you get one transfer, but it's got to be in your first 3 years. If you're on a third-year team, you better transfer that year because your senior year, that's it. You can't be a grad transfer. No, only in your first 3 years can you transfer. Have players sign contracts. 2-year deal, 1-year deal, or a grad deal. 2-year deal guarantees you got that kid for 2 years. So you know, as a true freshman, he can't get upset about playing time and then leave. It gives you some flexibility, and it gives him some flexibility also because he's looking at that second year if he wants to get out, still have 2 to 3 years of eligibility left somewhere else and still get the NIL money. Or grad deal, hey, buddy, you got to graduate from here before you transfer anywhere else. We'll keep paying your money on your NIL that entire year. Now, transfer penalties. Tampering penalties, because there's going to be tampering going on. Teams are going to be reaching out, calling other teams that they players and having the bad guy talk to the NIL. Not the bad guy, the NIL guy talk to the other NIL guy to try to get that guy or try to sneak around. So people are gonna try to cheat. This is how you fix that. First offense, $1 million fine to the head coach and the AD each. $1 million of your salary, your cash, gone. Second offense, $2.5 to $5 million plus a bowl game ban for that year, AD and head coach. Third offense, $10 million, and you get a 6 to 10 game suspension for the head coach, and the AD is suspended for 1 full year. It keeps coaches in handle. It keeps coaches involved. It keeps kids involved. This is it right here. I fixed it for you guys like I fixed the college football playoff. There are your penalties. Tamper's going to happen, guys, because it's already happening. So you know people are still going to try to cheat. The world is built on cheating. It was built on stealing and cheating. So cheating's not going to go away. Just because you're paying kids does not mean cheating ends. Now you have something called tampering. That's how you fix that. Severe penalties. You start hitting the wallet. Everybody care about their money, man. Everybody, you tell an employee right now at a local retail store, you're going to reduce their hours and see how they react. You tell him that, right? So whether you make $20,000 a year or $20 million a year, everybody cares about their money. That's where you hit them. You start taking money away from people, and you start making kids at least commit some of the way with the contracts, and it's all fixed. There it is, man. Breaks University. Sit tight. We'll be right back with Fast Break, and I'm going to give you my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I almost forgot 5. I'll give you my NBA top 5 for the week, man. Sit tight. The breaks. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, I'm Neko Gumike with the LA Sparks, and you are watching Infanity Television.
Profanity.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
Shout out Infanity Television. This is Juju Watkins. See y'all.
Good, everybody. Welcome back to your Friday edition of The Breaks. VJ Vernon Husky. Before I finish up with Fast Break, don't forget, go to YouTube, subscribe to Infanity TV. Click the subscribe button, man. Follow us, all the shows. Also, set your alerts so that when all the new shows here pop up, you get alerts so you know how much work we doing over here, man, with Big Jeff running the show. I'm just in the passenger seat, making sure the joints stay rolled, the drinks stay cold, and the music stay fresh. All right, let's move on to Fast Break, my favorite part of the show today, because I get to do Power 5. I like listen, trying to rank teams and stuff like that. So 2 teams fell out from 2 weeks ago. I'm not going to do this every week because the NBA doesn't play enough games within a week. So every 2 weeks lead up to the playoffs, we'll get a Power 5 going and see how accurate I am. But 2 teams fell out. So we'll start with number 5. I'm going to put OKC right here at number 5. I know they lost to the Lakers this past week, but I really do like this young team. And I'm going to tell you something, man. This kid, Gilgeous-Alexander, this kid is the goods. He really is. I know a lot of people love Anthony Edwards, but I feel like this kid right here could be the next guy in the NBA. I don't know about face, and we'll get into that if you guys check in tomorrow morning on VJ Said What I Said. I'm going to talk about that topic over there. But I just like what he's doing right now. 43 and 19. He's putting up 31, 6.5, and 2 steals. Chet, I need more out of Chet. That's my only reserve for OKC in the postseason is I need to see more 25, 26-point games out of Chet. It just is what it is, guys. I don't want to hear about this. Oh, that's just coverage today. They got to find something to pick up. No, I'm just watching the damn games. I'm looking at what's happening. Like, okay, when they're losing these games they shouldn't lose, he's normally one of the guys that's not on those nights. You can't have that. They're a young team. I don't think they'll go far in the postseason because the NBA is that one sport, maybe NHL also. Young teams normally don't get it done. You need a Wayne Gretzky. You need a Mario Lemieux. You need a Jaromir Jagr. You need look how long it took Ovechkin to win a Stanley Cup, right? When he was young, we thought, this guy, he's going to win 4 or 5. No, uno, one. That's it. It's hard to do. Connor McDavid with the Edmonton Oilers. Has he won yet? No. Is he by far the best player on ice? Absolutely. So young teams have to build up. I like where they are right now, but I don't think maybe second round. Could be conference finals, but I don't see them in the finals or winning a championship. At number 4, I'm so remiss to say this. I hate saying this, the Milwaukee Bucks, because I predicted about 3 weeks ago when they were 3-7 in their first 10 with Doc Rivers, they'd fall to the 6th seed or more, and that's looking bad because the Knickerbockers are going to let me down because Jalen's hurt, Randall's hurt. I don't trust the Pacers. They lose a tough one at home last night to Minnesota. So I'm like, you guys are hurting me here, but I got to give props where props is due. They did win 7 in a row before dropping another one. Their 7-game streak, though, they beat the Clips, Chicago, Charlotte, Philly with no Embiid, and then Minnesota. And with Cat going down, we're going to see what Minnesota's going to be. But right now, I do like what they have going on. They do have a team that feels like they're gelling a little better under Doc than they were with Griffin. You still have the freak. Dame, to me, still going to get you buckets, still going to have those big shot moments. But when it comes down to defending, will giving up Drew Holiday still be the kill shot to this team moving forward? But I have them sitting at number 4 right now. At number 3, the T-Wolves. I like what they've done this year. 44 and 19. You got Cat. You got Anthony Edwards. You got Gobert. I think Gobert should be 15 rebounds a game. I'm not feeling 12 and 13, bro. It's like, come on, you're the biggest guy out there. Nobody boxes out anymore. Guys don't really go to the glass and crash the glass anymore. How many over-the-back rebound calls do you guys see in the NBA nowadays? Like, how many? You don't see a lot, right? Because guys don't go to the bucket and crash the glass like that. Watch most rebounds. Guys are looking around and just seeing if anybody's close, and they can just go up and get it, or the ball can just fall to them. They kind of leap up half-assed to get it, but balls fall to a lot of guys for rebounds because nobody really goes to the glass like that anymore. But I like what this team does on defense. They got 6 players that average double figures so they can spread the scoring. They got a really good, decent bench, but defense is going to be the key. They have the number 1 scoring defense in the NBA right now, and it's legit. And that's because you got big bodies like Gobert and like Cat. Record scratch? Oh, no, you don't have Cat. Sorry, he's out with the meniscus tear. He had surgery. Now, I hear this morning they think he could be back for the playoffs, so they're saying a month. He'll be reevaluated in a month. I think 6 weeks, and I'm looking at the schedule here, and I'm looking at when the season ends on April 14th. So we're sitting here right now on Friday, March 8th. So a month from now, April 8th, and then another week or two, if he's reevaluated good, then fine. I think he can be back. But I might be on the edge 4 weeks from now where if they don't know if they're going to get him back, then you got to shut him down. You got to shut him down. And it sucks. It sucks because they're having a great year. And then that opens the door for the playing teams. You got the Lakers, you got the Warriors, you have Dallas, and you have Sacramento. Dallas and Sacramento are also two anomalies. I'm trying to figure them out. And I just can't. I'm watching them. I know the players. I know the stats. I know the game. I know what's going on. And at the end of the game, I'm still like, I'm still Scooby doing it. I just don't get those two teams. So I have the T-Wolves sitting at number 3. At number 2, I got the Boston Celtics at 48-14. Just watched them drop another one last night to the defending champion Denver Nuggets. Listen, last night, for instance, and I'm not trying to narrow this down to one game. First of all, I like the team. They have a lot of three-point shooters, drive and kick, spread, high pick and roll, dump down, backdoor cuts. They play good basketball, and they've been kicking ass. They have the highest scoring differential in the league. I believe it's like 10 or 11 points. They're winning on average. They are blowing through the league. But I've seen this before. I've seen this movie before. I've seen Goodfellas 1,000 times. Harry still tells on Paul Cicero and Jimmy Conway. The ending doesn't change. I know I've seen every Gotti documentary and movie and TV series that's ever been made. Sammy the Bull Gravano still snitches on Jonathan Gotti. He still tells him it doesn't change. So I've seen this before. And I'm watching last night's game. The recipe can't be 23 shots for Porzingis and 29 shots for Jaylen Brown. But I'm going to tell you why that happened last night. Because Jason Tatum is not who we think he is. He's a really good player. I judge hard. So for me to call a guy great, you have to do it when it matters the most while doing it through the course of leading up to those moments, i.e. the season. I understand load management. I hate it. I understand guys taking nights off. I hate it. But it is the game, so it's nothing I'm going to, piss, moan, and bitch about too much. I get it. It is what it is. But I need more out of him. He hears the noise. And he's heard the noise, in my opinion, over the last 48 hours. He's been the NBA pinata player over the last, 48 to 72 hours. And I think he hears that noise off that shot against the Cavs. Okay, and then they destroy the Warriors by 52, who the Warriors then turn around, I think 3 nights later, and win by 30 plus. This league, I don't know. But once again, I look at the Boston Celtics and I feel like Phoenix Suns of D'Antoni, the Seattle Supersonics of George Karl, the Utah Jazz of Jerry Sloan. I've seen this before, and I'm not going to think the movie's going to change. But right now, in my Power 5, I would have them as the second best team in the NBA. But when it comes down to the playoffs, and like I said, if you guys tune in tomorrow morning, which I know you will, because you've been doing it, I thank you all. VJ said what I said at 9 a.m. Western time, noon back on the East Coast. I'm gonna pick this apart and dive more into the Jason Tatum stuff. But I just feel like this team is good for the playoffs, conference finals, and even in the NBA finals. They were up 2-1 against the Warriors. They didn't close the door. The facts are just the facts. Proof's in the pudding. And my number 1 team are the defending champions. And I love the way that they've started to put things together, the Denver Nuggets. They were sitting in about the 4th seed, never dropped lower than the 4th, but like 4-3, 3-4, then 3-3 for a few weeks, then 4, and then back to 3. And now they're rising up to the 2, the 1, and now they're bouncing around in there. And it feels like they're getting their mojo going. But I really love this team. Michael Porter Jr. Guys, remember, the number 1 recruit. coming out of high school, went to Missouri. Oh, yeah. I'm sure he wanted to go to Missouri over Duke and Carolina and UConn and Kansas and Kentucky. Yeah, I'm sure he wanted to go to all those places too, but he is going to be the linchpin to this team. I don't need to name everybody else. You guys already know who they are, but that's my 5. The Denver Nuggets are the best team. Jokic is going to win his 3rd MVP. I think they're going to the NBA Finals. So, Oklahoma City, Bucks, T-Wolves, Boston, and the Denver Nuggets is my NBA top 5. All right, guys, been fun. As always, Fridays here with you guys on Infanity TV on The Breaks. I'm VJ Verna Husky. Kiss and hug your loved ones, man. Y'all guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week here on The Breaks. God bless, man. Peace.